Part 2. Silver Snow. Guardian Moon. A king without a kingdom. Having parted ways with Edelgard, former students of the Black Eagle House now work alongside the Knights of Serios at Garreg Mach. They begin to create a resistance army strong enough to take on her Imperial forces.
We certainly are. Welcome back. So, well, at some point when this loads. There we go. Each unit has grown over the past 4 years. You should check their classes and weapons. It says that, but it never actually... They're the same. They've changed in terms of appearance, but that's it.
Oh, thank the goddess. I couldn't bear the thought of letting Gerald down by not finding you.
Guess you lucked out. We've been looking everywhere for you, but I see Lady Rhea isn't with you. Damn.
Everyone was real worried about you, Professor.
Seta told us everything. From here on out, you will have our aid.
I am so grateful that everyone is safe. I am sorry things are moving so rapidly, but there is something we must discuss. Come with me. The time has come to make our true stand against the Empire. Our base will be Garreg Mach Monastery. The interior is in less than prime condition, but we should be able to utilize it much the same as we had before.
Surely those Imperial jerks have this place staked out, right? It's a highly strategic location.
It may be an area of importance, but it is far removed from the front lines. Considering the burden of transport, it is possible they are not paying too much attention to it.
Nothing escapes the Emperor. There must at least be a spy or two.
Professor, what do you think?
Let's see, I'm a little bit worried about the supplies.
Your concern is valid. However, the town and surrounding hamlets are still present. And though far from abundant, the church still has funds at its disposal.
That's true.
Fair
Professor,
enough.
I think we can leave expanding our army to my brother. He was always good at negotiating, and I believe he is best suited to the task.
In that case, I have a request. Please allow my soldiers to join your ranks as well. House Sire already tried taking on the Emperor. As a result, our territory was stolen from us. As a consequence, I do not have many soldiers left to speak of, but those I have are yours to command.
I feel like I should tell you that I've been protecting some kids who lost their parents in the war. They're in the town right now, but maybe we can move them to the monastery? I'm sure they'd be happy to chip in however they can.
Yes, I understand. I will make the necessary arrangements.
I nabbed some valuables from my house. Father is with the Emperor now, so... It's not much, but it's yours.
I don't have a thing to contribute. In fact, I'm still in my same old clothes.
I've been wandering on my own for 5 years. I won't go back to that house or my father, that's for sure.
I understand. Leave it to me. No labor is too great if it means saving Fodlan.
Man, I totally forgot that about what they were doing in those past 5 years. Good grief. Oh, hi Constance, how's it going? I think we've seen this.
Another failure! How? Was there an error in my calculations? I had precious few materials as things stood. Where will I get more once these run out?
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't act so rueful. You carried out my directions faithfully. Neither the credit nor the blame ought to be yours. My grand achievement is further away than I had hoped. House Nouvelle's future seems so dim.
Oh, come on, you shouldn't lose hope.
You're correct, of course. I mustn't be discouraged. It is hard to maintain one's patience after 5 years. But in the greater context of the history of House Nouvelle, 5 years is barely worth counting.
That's the spirit.
I have been in a low place indeed to require so much reassurance. And for your reassurance, I am truly grateful. You have spurred me to continue my research. You've been useful to me in many ways, in fact. Research assistant, confidant, test subject. All of this is preparing you well for your greater role to come.
Which is what exactly?
My personal attendant. There are few as naturally servile as you in all of Fodlan. When House Nouvelle is at long last restored, we simply must find the proper position for you.
I don't know about that.
Perhaps even impossible to accept, given your current status. But I rarely let the impossible stop me. I shall see it all done. The restoration of my house, installing you as my servant, and more. Are you ready for the next steps?
Well, I'm glad you perked up.
Oh, come now. My sulk ended minutes ago. Do keep up. But on the rare occasion that I find myself at a loss, I grant you permission to lift my spirits.
Of course.
I don't know that I care for the hint of resignation in your tone, but no matter. I expect you to do your all for the sake of my house nonetheless.
You know, Constance is one of those weird characters that I don't know. Like, it's one of those. It's cool, but I also am wondering, like, what the heck?
I see. By any means necessary, then. Before the war's end. I'm covered, but just to be safe, I need you to check on my mother and Kupala. Still following me, huh? We have got to work on those manners, pal. Unless you really meant that bit about protecting me.
Who was that?
A spy. I pay him money I don't have to monitor my stepmother, just in case something happens to me. Whether I'm above the dirt or below it, it's on me to protect my mom and her home, Kupala.
Would she actually do it?
No doubt about it. She's been honing her crazy plans lately. All because I've taken to fighting at your side. She thinks I'm making a name for myself before my glorious return to House Albrecht. Being delusional is her sport. There's little advantage to her going after my mom, but she's unpredictable. Gotta stay vigilant.
What's your mom like?
Guess I haven't talked about her. After her and my pop split, she returned home. Where she's from, it's kind of an odd place. You know the folks who live in the mountains of the Alliance? Guessing that's a no. Few do. Imagine a place with no influence to speak of. Nestled in the mountains on the Almyran border. That's Kupala.
We might have seen this.
Well, they're not mountain goats. It's not like they never interact with the Lords of the Alliance. They're incredibly isolated, though. Even their trade relations are remarkably limited. Doubt that'll change. The land lacks resources worth fighting over. Probably for the best, honestly. Oh, but back to my mom. She was different. An exception to the rule in Kupala. She left the mountains, was rescued by my dad, and fell madly in love with him. Ah, the 1 million bullion question. Of course not, he's a noble. She isn't. Acceptance was never in the cards. My birth helped matters, but only a little. House Albrecht just wasn't where she belonged. My dad was in a tough spot. He was obligated to marry a fellow noble and produce a fitting heir. Nobody'd want to live out their days where they're utterly unwelcome. So my mom returned to Kupala. Then it happened. I was enrolled in the Officers Academy at Garrick Mach, and everything changed. During my enrollment examination, they discovered that I bear the major crest of Chevalier. My dad decided to resist his family's wishes and make me the head of the house after I graduated. Thing is, the truth of my special crest was kept a secret by decree of the church. He couldn't tell anyone about my prized bloodline, so I was forced to step down as the legitimate heir.
Why was it a secret?
It was for the best. My crest was inherited from mountain folk who prefer to keep to themselves. Imagine what would happen to Kupala if it got out. We both know it would destroy their way of life.
Yeah, people would do
Too
anything
true.
for everyone.
I'm guessing the church thought my crest would cause trouble in Fodlan. But don't get me wrong. No matter what life's thrown at me, I'm no victim. Like I've said, I prefer it this way. I've got to be free. Even if things were different, I'd still choose this life. But I can't let my mother and her people pay the price for keeping peace in Fodlan. Wouldn't be right. All I can do is make a name for myself in battle and secure enough power to protect them. Failure isn't an option.
I get that. All right. Are we gonna get stopped by? Oh, it's Ingrid's birthday. Oh, oh gosh.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
No, that wasn't it. I still don't know whose favorite teases for who. I can kind of guess it sometimes, but for the most part, I can't because it's just ridiculous.
Yes, I agree.
This is gonna be a fun game.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
No. Okay, there I am.
When did you start sword training? I was 5 when I began.
This is where.
Wow.
Okay, we're good.
Yes.
Here.
Is this for me? Thank you. Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
No problem. I'm doing it for that. The increase in charm, because everyone needs it. Alright. Oh, gosh. Everything is crazy now. I am going to try to actually use Balthus a lot more. I feel bad that I haven't really used him at all. 73%, that ain't too bad. See, that's the thing, that just... Yeah, I don't know if I want to do... I was thinking about making him an armor knight, fortress knight kind of a person, but I don't know if I want to do that, honestly, at this point. Alright, so Cyril. I don't remember him being that level up. Close to being done there. Yeah, he would definitely need to have some strength increase, but it's not great right now. Flame? Why? Why is this a thing? Why is it that low? Okay. Leonie, Hilda. I could aim for that. Her flying isn't as good as it should be to get to that point. But she has the same percentage as doing the Mortal Savant, so I don't know. It's whatever at this point, in my opinion. Alright, Dorothea. You know what? Yeah. We'll aim for... No? You had 80... What? How did you fail that? Ugh. Gosh. I wonder where you went wrong with that, too. Golly. That's fine. It's fine. It's always fine. Alright. I'm only slightly joking at any of this. Alright, well anyway. I'll take care of the month because again, it's the same as usual. Same things. So we'll take care of that and we'll be back with the chapter mission. Or if anything else happens that I would like to ship.
All right, Yurikins. Isn't it about time you let go of this grudge? I'm sorry I dragged you out onto the stage, but I can't believe you're still holding it against me.
I bear no grudge.
Then why do you get this stony look and face the other way anytime you catch a glimpse of me?
Oh, Ladybird. Truth be told, when I see you, it reminds me of my own self-loathing, of my past.
Huh. I didn't know you were carrying something like that.
You rose up from your hardships and became the lead singer for a prestigious opera, all on your own, while I made my way through the world by licking the boots of wretched nobles, watching you on stage from the sidelines. It wasn't until recently that I felt a real sense of accomplishment in my life. But recalling that first pivotal moment when I saw you on stage, you were brilliant. You shone like nothing I'd ever seen. Whenever I see you, Ladybird, I'm reminded of that moment. And in that moment, I had never felt so filthy and unlovable in all my life.
That's why you don't like singing? There's got to be more to it than that.
Back then, the Imperial capital was swarming with disgusting nobles. All of them vying for your attention, for the love of the Dorothea. Many were willing to compromise with an inferior substitute. If they couldn't have you, perhaps someone else was capable of singing just as sweetly.
You do what you must to chase your dreams. You say it left you filthy and unlovable, but my life didn't leave me unscathed either. There's not much love left in what I do. There was once, of course. As a child, I lived for singing. No matter how hard times got, I always had that. I counted myself so lucky to have met Manuela and joined the opera. But the more I sang for a living, the less certain I was that I loved it anymore.
You're a tricky one to assess. I can't tell if you're too wise or too naive for your own good. Whether or not your heart's in it now, you certainly didn't appear to hate it back then. I'd never seen you beam so brightly, as you did when you helped me train for the performance.
You might be onto something. I felt genuinely happy in that moment.
You just lost your spark for singing. Nothing more. It's how I feel about it in a way. How about this? Why not join an opera that doesn't have dealings with nobles?
That's a great idea, actually. We'll start something new together, you and me.
I don't know about all that now.
The world is full of people who fell through the cracks just like us. We'll take them in whenever we can and aim to become Fodlan's premier opera company. I can't remember the last time I was this fired up. Though, we'll have to table it until after the war.
Huh. Our own one-of-a-kind traveling opera. You know, that does sound fairly thrilling. I've no doubts it could help deepen our pockets.
Leave it to you to take all the romance out of it. But I know you're an idealist deep down.
Takes one to know one. I must say, I do enjoy seeing your mischievous side at work.
I'll take that as a compliment. I could say the same for you, too. It's exactly why I'm comfortable sharing this stream with you.
Hey, Alois. Looks like you're done for the day. Care to join me in the dining hall?
Ah, Catherine. How could I refuse?
Nothing like a good drink. I feel better already. The grub's not bad either. This is the perfect way to end a long day of work.
I couldn't agree more. It feels like a weight's been lifted from my shoulders. It's at times like this, when worldly worries fall away, that I can really live in the moment. It's intoxicating.
Worldly worries, live in the moment. Look who's suddenly waxing poetic. Wait, you feel intoxicated before you've had a drop of booze? Talk about a lightweight.
Hello! Just the man I was looking for.
Ah, yes. Were you the fellow selling ancient coins?
Yes, sir. Since our meeting at the antique shop yesterday, I got my hands on something new. Here we are. Look at this magnificent coin. Do you see the engraving? It's the crest of House Karen, one of the kingdom's most prominent noble families. It's an exceptionally rare piece, commissioned by a hero 1,000 years ago.
By a hero? 1,000 years ago? I'll take it. How much do I owe you?
For a collector such as yourself, sir, I'm happy to offer it at a discounted price. Let's see, that'll be...
Hold on. Stop trying to swindle my friend. You're claiming a hero from House Karen had their crest engraved on this coin. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Tell me, as a collector of antiques, are you familiar with this piece? It's a legendary sword.
Ma'am, please, keep your nose out of my... What? Is that Thunderbrand? That's not possible. It couldn't be.
You are familiar with it. Excellent. Perhaps you know how cleanly it slices through liars and cheats.
Ah!
Ah! You're saying that whole story was a lie?
I thought it was obvious.
Nice work. Here you go. Drink up.
Oh, thank you. This water tastes absolutely divine.
Your shouts are really coming from the gut now. I bet you're getting stronger too.
I'm not so sure I'm stronger, but somehow, when I shout, I'm able to move more books than normal. Although my brother becomes very anxious anytime he hears me shouting. I do suppose my body feels a bit sturdier now, though. I'm so very grateful to you, Raphael.
Oh no, thank you. I'm just happy to have someone to shout with.
But doesn't all this shouting keep you from your precious workout regimen?
Nah, don't worry about that. I think I'm in better shape now than I was before. My muscles work overtime when they hear you shouting so close to me.
Isn't that wonderful? Come along, Raphael's muscles. We can do this. It is my wish that someday I'll be able to lift a log all on my own with these arms of mine.
I'm sure they will. I used to think you were a lost cause, but look at you now. If you really want to get there, you gotta start training your muscles when we shout, all right? You've already got big brains, but if we can get you big muscles too, you're gonna be invincible.
Invincible? I like the sound of that. Oh, is that Sedith? Wow, he looks really deep in thought. I wonder what he's writing. A secret diary, maybe?
That phrase doesn't quite work, does it? Let's see about an alternative.
Too uncertain for a diary. Maybe it's a letter. Or a poem.
No, that's bound to introduce misunderstanding. Precision is the key.
It must be really important if he's putting that much thought into every word.
But I mustn't overcomplicate things either. Parting words ought to be precise.
Parting? It's a farewell letter? Is he writing his resignation? Said it can be a little scary sometimes, but I hope he doesn't leave. It'd be sad to see him go. He shouldn't make such rash decisions. If he's unhappy about something, he should tell someone.
Come now. Do you really think I would resign?
You heard all that?
If you don't wish to be heard talking to yourself, then you should not speak so loudly. I'm sorry to hear that you find me intimidating.
I'm sorry! I won't disturb you ever again!
Wait, Bernadetta! Ah, typical behavior for the girl. Most concerning. Can she really go through life this way?
Alright.
Your attention, everyone. The Knights of Serios and our most trusted allies have gathered. We have rallied our troops for the purpose of stopping the Adrestian Empire's efforts to rule all. We have prepared a new flag to fight under. Much like the Professor, it bears the crest of flames. I hope everyone finds this suitable. Beneath this flag, we will bring back peace to the great land of Fodlan.
Professor, I am not sure I understand. Why is the Empire intent on making an enemy of the Church? What is meant by the way of the Church? What do they dislike about it?
I have no idea what Edelgard was thinking or how she arrived at the decision to raise an army. However, I do have some small insight as to what she is after. She is attempting to destroy the existing social order. That is why the Church of Serios is first on her list of institutions that must be destroyed. It may very well be her goal to rebuild Fodlan from the ground up.
I see. But that is only Edelgard's desire, is it not? I cannot imagine that the people of Fodlan would want that for themselves. She may have high ideals, but she certainly lacks any compunction about throwing the world and its people into an awful war. It just seems so illogical.
You have a point, Flame. I do not believe the people will ever understand her aim. So long as she makes the people suffer, our Knights of Serios will fight on and strive to protect them. If we do not defeat Edelgard and retake control of this world, Fodlan's future shall be as dark as night.
Thank you, dear brother. I finally feel I understand what is going on.
I am always happy to answer your questions, Flame. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Well, actually, I have a question for the professor. My brother mentioned that you slumbered for 5 years. Where was it that you slept? Oh, well, I suppose one's first long slumber is difficult to recall.
Pardon the intrusion, but we must prepare a counterattack, now! It seems the Imperial Army found out about us entering the monastery.
That is sooner than expected. They must have been spying on us.
I wonder if we can win on our own.
There aren't many of them. It looks like we'll just be facing the ones who were stationed nearby.
Did they move on us too soon? Perhaps if we fight by using the land to our advantage... Of course, if we are careful, we will not lose. Never again will those Imperial scoundrels disgrace Garreg Mach with their presence. Onward, Professor!
So I was actually looking up one of the words Flame said, because I had never heard of it before, and I don't remember it from when I actually played this route myself.
Appreciate it.
It was compunction. And I don't understand why she used the word. Because it's talking about a synonym of it being penitence, a strong uneasiness caused by a sense of guilt, a sting of consciousness or conscience, or a pang of doubt aroused by wrongdoing or the prospect of wrongdoing, a prickling, a stimulation, or irritation. I don't know why exactly Flame used that word for this. I don't know. I may just be looking into it way too much, but hey, all right, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird, in my personal opinion. Okay. Now I did get quite the levels, unfortunately. For crying out loud, Catspor's level 35. What in the world? And he still hasn't mastered Grappler. What was? Yeah, it's at 46. So, Bernadette is 31. Dorothea's level 34. 36. So, Petra's the highest level. Byleth, however, has a real good stats right now. So, we're good there. Happy. I don't know. Overall, she'd get much better stats doing that. A 50-50 shot. Why? It's because that's a C rank. That's why. Sure, why not? Let's see if we can get a stat bonus here. No? Well, that's unfortunate.
Figures. I knew I wasn't ready.
Well, need to be more positive. Oh, that's a lot closer now. It was much lower. I need to actually buy the thing. Let's get a couple of those. Because we'll need those for people. So I could do sniper, or I could do... This is only good bonuses. Overall, though, this would be a good one for him. And you're how are you closer to doing that? A B plus, a B, and a D plus. Okay, so you actually do have one, and it's because you actually have it. That's why. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Make sure that we got something for our friend Cyril here. You're still 26%. If that's the case, what's this? 66%. 26 for one, 66 for the other. I guess because you're going for both A ranks, so you got an A rank in faith, but not reason. That's probably why it's 66%. Sure, why not? Let's see. She got it. How about that? We're not changing her quite yet, but hey, there you go. And what did you gain in stats?
I have succeeded.
Ugh. Fine. Mercedes. You've mastered both of those, and you're. Yeah, let's do Warlock. Alright, well, what's that? It probably defends. Yeah.
I'm so glad I passed.
Well, I'm so happy. But yeah, she's got a good bit of magic and a good bit of resistance. Honestly, Flame's the one that has the most magic and resistance. It's crazy. She is the most magically powerful character I've got in this run. But her speed, luck, and defense are really bad for this. Her strength isn't great either, but it kinda not really matters. But it will for her attack speed, but that's about it. Okay. Caspar, he can actually become a War Master. I did give him an A rank in X. I did go back and actually do that for him because I felt bad for him, honestly. He was just doing so poorly in that regard. Alright, we're gonna pick one of those up. Oh, hold on. Do I have I've got 5. Magic. Well, actually, Constance has the most magic along with Flame. Because it's only showing this because of her Sirac, whatever this is. Oh no, it's just plus 3/3. Okay. So she's actually got the most. Okay. She's ridiculous in her stats as far as magic. And then strength is really good too. So the fact that she's got a normally 22 strength, it also helps out with when she casts. It's kind of crazy. Same thing with Happy. She's got the 21 strength, so oh gosh, it's crazy. I don't know. I did level up Balthus because I do want to actually use him. I don't know. He's kind of becoming a lot like Ferdinand, where his stats are not good. But I guess again, I just need to find that sweet spot. But then again, I don't know if he's not gonna hit that sweet spot anytime soon. I don't know why I need to prolong it. But I don't know. I know these two have gotten that. If not, well, I don't know if we've actually seen this though. We may have. I don't remember, to be completely honest.
Brother!
Flame, is something the matter?
I thought I made it clear that I do not want you meddling in the affairs of me and my friends.
I am not quite sure what you are referring to, but I promise you I would never try to stand in your way.
It has come to my attention that you have been running about asking people what they think of me. Asking everyone!
Well, of course I have. It took me quite some time. But for you, it was well worth the effort. I was able to confirm that you are getting along well with everyone. It was very reassuring.
I cannot emphasize enough how embarrassed I was when I found out. And you have caused such a stir for those whom you questioned. Why, one person even said he feared for his life when you cornered him in the dining hall.
The dining hall? Ah, I know the fellow you are referring to. Yes, I've seen the way he looks at you. I recognized in an instant that he had impure feelings for you. As your brother, I took it upon myself to test his resolve. I merely asked him if he was prepared to lay his life on the line for my beloved sister.
He is nothing more than a friend. kindly keep out of my social business in the future.
I am happy to see that you are making friends, but you should weigh your options more carefully.
Who I befriend is absolutely none of your business. Do you know what they call people like you? Overprotective meddlers. I am no longer a child. Are you incapable of trusting me, even a little?
Of course I trust you, but as an elder brother, I have a certain responsibility.
As my brother?
Obviously.
Oh, never mind it. If you'll excuse me.
You could tell the way he said it, you could kind of tell he meant as your dad, as your father. I have certain responsibilities, which I don't disagree. He's got certain responsibilities as being Flame's dad, but that being overprotective is something. I know what it's like to have parents like that. All right. Anyway, I think we're good. Protecting Garrick Mark. I don't know. We're almost at 300 hours for this whole thing. I'm so done. Sorry.
Though preparations are still being made to raise troops for the Resistance Army at Garrick Mach, the Imperial Army is already one step ahead. Anticipating the Resistance Army's actions, General Randolph and the Imperial Vanguard, under his command, begin their advance toward Garrick Mach to reclaim the monastery.
Well, they're not going to succeed. Like in previous attempts and previous paths, they're going to, well, meet their unfortunate demise in all this. Also, if you've noticed, as we were going through all this, we do not have Ash or Lawrence in this currently. And that is obviously because if you do not pick the path of their house, or if you do not pick Edelgard, they are not going to stick with you. They will be available in a future mission, but they are not currently with us. So if you did train them up in this path, then you want to make sure that you get prepared for that mission. Okay, that being said, the setup is very similar to when we were, again, previously defending Garrick Mach and any of the previous paths, but this time we're not fighting the church, we're still fighting the Imperial Army. Alright, that's the most recent thing that we've done in my mind, so that's why I thought of that. Alright, so I actually want... Do I want you over there? Yeah, I want you over there. Dorothea, you're gonna be over there. Actually, no. Okay. I think I got it. Actually, you know what? We'll swap these two. That should be... Oh, before I do that, because it always tends to mess things up. Flame, you and Seth. No, not Petra. Constance. You'll be with Leone, because we got a mission with her at some point.
Come back.
There we go. Before I forget to do that. Alright, let's get this party started. It's not really a party, but you get my point.
The Knights of Serios are a powerful enemy, but we have more soldiers. We'll take them down all at once.
Clever tactics are our only hope here. We will use fire to deal with the main enemy force.
Report. The enemy has entered the periphery of Garreg Mach.
If we allow them to take the interior, the monastery will be lost. We must drive them back.
Onward.
Well, this is where this is going to get incredibly simple. Flame, just take care of that. Yeah, so typically in previous playthroughs, I didn't ever use Flame because I didn't think she would be good. In one of my personal playthroughs, I only did 2. I couldn't be asked to do a third one because I was actually gonna do all 3, all the paths in my own personal time. But once I got done with 2, I was just kind of over it. Sorry, I just was like so done. But the first path I had, I did this path my first time in my personal time, and
what's my strategy?
I was like shocked on how reliable Flame was, because I didn't think she would be. Well,
Sunshine.
I was clearly wrong. She's actually incredibly good. Yeah, this is fun. Alright.
Only I shall know how you died here.
I still got it where I can actually listen to it all, but I'm trying to make sure it doesn't bleed through into my mic. Because I learned that if it's a certain volume, then it does bleed through.
Let's go.
Typically it won't.
I'm not a kid anymore.
Alright. Snipe that soldier.
No way I can lose here.
And with the knowledge gem, it makes it so much easier for Cyril to master classes, which is incredibly good. Wait, archer. I totally forgot about that. Okay. I was like, archers have proficiencies with swords? Apparently.
Yeah.
Alright.
More fighting.
Yeah, have a thunder.
It's win or die.
I will say though, those stats, that's not bad at all. Oh gosh, Dorothea, do you? Yeah, I thought. Oh my bad. I thought Constance had the most magic. Nope, sorry Dorothea, you have the most. Oh jeez. All right.
Why not?
Alright, we're gonna deal with you. You sneaky cavalier.
Relax.
That's not a paladin.
You're dead.
Alright.
What? That strange battle flag is... But isn't our enemy the Church of Serios?
They didn't have enough soldiers with just the church, so they upped their numbers by joining with those filthy rogues. It doesn't matter what flag they fly. They're nothing more than a mob. We'll destroy them all.
Wow. Attacking someone from just because... yeah. No, I'll keep my mouth shut.
My apologies.
Yeah. I believe I'm still... Is the Canadian trucker thing still going on at this point? I think it is. Oh, gosh. Please. Just live, Cyril. No.
No.
troops are preparing the attack.
Okay. I know I can do do it this way. I just need to.
Why not?
More fighting.
Do this.
Will this ever end?
I don't need to actually go that far back. I just need to make sure that that particular individual can't act. I.e. by dropping a meteor on their face. Okay. How about... Yeah, Yuri and I think Marianne are the only ones that can use silence. So, it's a... Get ready, you.
All this violence. And for what?
No matter what timeline you're in, you're gonna be dead, so let's just move on.
What? That's strange.
Okay, we saw that. Nice! Cyril dodged it this time. Oh. You're attacking both. Who just punched you?
That's gotta hurt.
I mean, if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. Alright. That's not too bad. I want to actually switch it to where...
You're all going down.
Cyril has the experience gem, and this has the knowledge one. I did switch things up and give Caspar the critical range, and gave the chalice back to Byleth. That fixed a lot of the problems I was having too. Just because of the weight of that shield. It was literally causing so many problems. So I was like, alright. Okay, got Pegasus Knights coming at us.
Our troops are preparing the attack. Protect them until they reach their destination.
Well, I gotta make sure that
Onward.
well, that destination's clear. Alright,
What's my strategy?
let's get rid of you. You're a problem.
Another
We
victory.
need to get rid of you.
Not my best.
Really? I mean, whatever. Whatever. Just whatever, man.
I cannot lose.
I will prevail.
Let's dance for Violet here.
Much needed.
Let's do another meteor hit on not you, not you. There we go. I have a meteor.
This is my
We don't have
stage now.
bolting, so we'll just have to do with meteor hits for right now. And that is simple.
Might makes right.
Let's go.
Okay, now... Hopefully? No. Because I'm wanting Balthus to gain some more much needed experience. It was skill stuff.
Huh, smells like a brawl.
Yeah, how about no to you? What do we got here?
A hard life sharpens the senses.
Also, I don't know when Yuri got so much luck, but I mean,
Sunshine.
I'm not gonna complain about that. Nah, that's fine. Yeah, you get in. No one wants to see you.
Relax. You're dead.
I mean, I guess that's one way to get somebody to relax. Just tell them to relax. But then again, it doesn't matter because they're dead. I guess that was the whole point. Relax, you're dead.
Watch and learn.
Oh, maybe it's... I don't know. Alright. Take
I'll
care.
handle this. I've gotten stronger.
Well, I guess he didn't need the experience gem all that much.
This still isn't
Well,
good
I
enough.
take that back. A lot of our companions are
Someone's
like
fired
low
up.
30s to low to mid 30s. So yeah, he kind of needed it. So does Balthus, but I won't go that far. I will rescue Serios because I mean I don't need him lagging behind.
Though
Nice.
marginally stronger.
Also, she's getting defensive. What in the world is this? I get it's because she's a war monk, but golly, it's crazy having a magic user that's actually defensive. Okay. Let's dance. Thank you. Yo. How about some punch? Heard it's good.
It won't be in
Gosh,
vain.
that was terrible. What am I doing? Terrible puns apparently are my thing right now. Well, it's not even puns, it's wordplay. Gosh, no. It's terrible one-liners. I've been watching it. I blame it.
Who's next? Get in line.
When I get extremely bored, I tend to watch like really old YouTube series of people playing games, and well, clearly I was doing that. No, it's you, right? Yeah, you're the problem. You're What? All 4? Golly. Fine, I'll just move over this way. That was a mistake. Jeez.
Attack at your own risk.
Yeah, that was a real bad decision. You really wanted to mess with Caspar? Yeah, that's the other thing. Cyril's attack is abysmally bad. Ugh. That's the unfortunate thing about this path is you don't have a chance to really use Cyril all that much
Another
because and then you get him like the way he is, and he's just not that good to use until you get him in a good class that really ups his strength.
Turn the tides.
Which is why I chose the Wyvern Rider, because that really helps. So.
Sassy.
Wow. You people are obsessed with actually trying to use death. Oh, yeah, really? You just got punched by...
Might makes right.
Oh, I don't know where I was going with that. Alright, well, we got a Brave Lance, so that's good. Silver Lance, not much there. Got rid of you.
You're all going down.
You know, Caspar's gonna master this before the end of the fight. Jeez, man. Not actually. There's not enough fights to do that. We can get close if we do nothing but use Caspar. Alright, I'm gonna do a heal.
I know you want.
Alright.
Just a scratch.
That's more than a scratch, dude. Fortunately, that was not a one-shot. Ugh. She does lose her avoid, but I need to get rid of that individual. Also, apparently, I don't need the whatever thing that they were gonna do.
Well done.
Thank you. Use Sylvanus' shield, which will allow us to take out. Well, not that you're going to hit me with the machine because it's too long of range.
Will this ever
anyway.
end?
Get out of here.
Gonna hurt.
Dude.
Attack at your own risk.
Still, that was 12 damage that could have happened. Well, you have 15 resistance. That's why. Finesse blade. Oh, I do more damage with finesse blade. So many Fortress Knights, too. Jeez. I just realized that's a ton of Fortress Knights.
Hope you're ready.
Nice.
I'm not going down.
Double crit? Dude.
You're all
Caspar
going
is
down.
not taking prisoners in this. Jeez. You're going at Caspar after seeing what happened to your companion.
Hope you're ready.
Jeez. I mean, if you wanted a death wish, fine, but jeez Louise, man. Oh, a bow! Oh, it's magic. I'm just going to brush that off like it's dust. Oh man, I love that. I love that so much. Alright. No, that didn't work. better hit, honestly. Use Brit.
Fortune is kind.
Of course you do.
Only I shall know how you died here.
Magic bow. Cool. Yeah, you sweet. Flame. Fortify, please. I know there's only one person that would have gotten it, but you don't have psychic, so. Well, I guess two. Cyril and Caspar. Alright. Sure.
Strike you down.
Oh. Goodbye.
This is my stage now.
Oh, 666.
You're making me look.
might wanna like rethink what skill points you have there. All right.
Give the goddess my regards, yeah?
Personally, I don't think they're ever gonna see her. That's just get out of here.
Who's next? Get in line.
Really? You know what? Just gonna eat that. Okay. It's gonna leave a lot of people with some health left, but that's fine.
I must lead them well.
I'm okay with that. That just means more skill points
It is decided.
to master. That's even better. Also, does that... Oh, I was gonna say, if that hits, I'm gonna be upset. Tomahawk? You're gonna throw a tomahawk at Caspar? Do you know what he did to everybody else? Clearly not. Okay, yeah, I would have been shocked if that hit missed. Oh, more. Alright. Is this gonna be an infinite thing?
All is prepared. Now we just need to draw the enemy's attention. Traitors! Repent of your sin!
Quiet! Attack!
Oh no, those two fortress knights.
A fire attack! The damage is too great! We can't fight anymore! All units retreat! I'll take on our pursuers! Carry away the injured soldiers!
Press the attack! Give them no quarter!
Well... That's good.
All is going to plan.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. If you know, if you have strong enough characters, it doesn't matter. You're gonna be going through them like they're ridiculous. It's so ridiculously easy, it's a joke. But, I don't know.
It won't be in vain.
Alright.
Let's go.
Okay. You don't want to use this relic yet. Go.
Smells like a brawl.
Smells like a brawl? Okay, I guess. He's one of those. I just don't have words for it.
My apologies. I assume a stray arrow finished it.
How you doing, Leone?
I'll keep pushing
Not
myself.
bad.
This'll be.
Alright.
Thanks for helping.
Child's play.
Almost.
Don't try and stop me.
Yeah, that's what you get for throwing
You're
an
all
axe at
going
Caspar.
down.
You just get punched.
One step closer to victory.
Yeah, none of your guys
old, same
escaped,
old.
just so you know.
A total loss. But we can't just return home like this.
Watch out, Professor! They're coming for you!
For my house, for justice, I will not be defeated!
Dorothea, you mind throwing a heal?
Well done.
And just because, you know,
I owe you one.
it's like his half brother or something, you know? Just take it.
You must be Randolph, my uncle.
Caspar? Yes, indeed. So I see you have chosen to oppose the Empire. If so, be warned that I won't hesitate. I'll strike you down even if we're of the same house.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
It's uncle, my
Mother, please. I'm so...
We face a powerful enemy today, but Garreg Mach will remain secure.
There you go. Pretty simple, if you ask me. Of course, Caspar's motivations maxed out. The dude was an MVP. Total MVP. Ow. That was... Ow. No wonder my thumb was hurting so much.
We drove back the Imperial Army. The real fight has only just begun.
I never thought I'd be fighting Randolph. I guess it can't be helped, seeing as how I've left my own territory and all. But what will I do if my father or brother get involved? I really don't want to face them.
Too true, Professor. So long as the Empire is our enemy, we cannot avoid fighting those we are acquainted with. Though I suppose I have it easier, since my house is no longer on the Empire's side.
My friends from the opera said they would leave the capital and go west. So at least I won't be seeing them in battle.
I don't think I care if my own house falls. Let's make it a grand fight. After a grand nap, of course.
It does not give me happiness to have the people of Bridget involved. But it is not the time to be thinking of that. If it is a possibility, I will be having their strength.
I don't mind at all, really. I have no friends anyway, and my father hasn't done much to make me care for him. Not that he'd ever step on a battlefield anyway. Oh, but I do wonder how Mother is doing.
Each of our situations is unique. What we share is companionship, and the will to fight as one. Professor, you are the heart of our efforts. We will support you as best we can.
Certainly.
I have a proposal.
Oh?
It would be most difficult to fight the Imperial Army with the forces we have now. As such, I believe we should send messengers to whatever lords we can trust in the Kingdom and the Alliance, so that we may gain their support. Do you agree?
That's a good idea. I agree.
It is heartening to hear you say that. If all we do is bide our time, our enemy's main army will come down upon us like a hammer from above.
Who are you planning to ask? Sadly, House Karen is out. We can trust them, but they have no help to offer.
How about House Daphne of the Alliance? Their leader is sure to at least respond.
Judith, the hero of Daphne. Yes, that is a fine suggestion. That territory is on the border of the Kingdom and the Alliance. It has not yet been claimed by the fires of war. If they agree to lend us their troops, our forces will be greatly strengthened. We shall send along a secret messenger at once.
And there we go. Secret messengers, of course, because, well, we have to do our thing in secret because, well, obviously. Oh boy. Yeah, that's the last of it. At any rate, thank you all for joining me on Chapter 14. We're getting through it. So, in the next one, we will actually be fighting to gain some troops. Hopefully we can build our army. Because, well, we still gotta find Rhea. she's not around. So hopefully we can find her and, well, do what we need to do. Hey, this is gonna be a very different compared to the other paths because we're not fighting to save the kingdom. We're looking for Rhea. That's our main objective in this. So I will see you guys in the next one. Later.